Alright, we are live. Welcome back, everyone, with Shaq-Fu for the Game Boy, which is a version of Shaq-Fu many people don't know about. Probably for good reason.
I can agree with that, yeah.
Just wait till I learn the Amiga version, man. I cannot wait for that. So yeah, Shaq-Fu, before we get started into this, because there is no speed tech to this game at all. The only speed tech to this game is roundhouse kicking or sweeping the leg. So what you're seeing right here in the demo is very wrong. They're playing the game completely wrong. But we play this game on easy. Honestly, I played the game on hard. There really isn't much of a difference between difficulties. But we play this on easy for the speed run. And it's going to be just a lot of leg sweeping for about 5-ish minutes. So without further ado, let's get started in 3, 2, 1. Let's Shaq. Alright, the challenge begins, and we're facing off against the first cat lady. And in true Shaq-Fu fashion, Shaq is an actor, an athlete, a musician, and probably one of the best video game characters to ever grace any type of console. Even the new Shaq-Fu is a banger. Shaq was born on March of 1972 in New Jersey, and Shaq went to LSU and was named College Player of the Year in 1991. In 1991 and 1992, he was named First Team All-American, and in 1982, Shaq dropped out of college, which was his junior year, to pursue a career in the NBA. Standing at 7 feet tall, 315 pounds, he finished in the top 10 for scoring, rebounds, blocks, and shooting percentage his rookie year with the Orlando Magic. Honestly, if it wasn't for Michael Jordan being around, I think Shaq would have been more of a powerhouse than MJ, in my opinion. Can't even at me on that. Veteran NBA centers did quickly take notice of Shaq's power, though, and his slamming technique to start fouling him and force free throws, which Shaq was notoriously bad at. Just like this guy here jumping around me. Shaq became the first player in the NBA to be named Player of the Week in his first week in the league. Basically just a god-tier basketball player. And it's no wonder he had video games named after him. Like, you know, there's Bird vs. Jordan and the Chicago Windy City. Dude, this guy just wants to jump around a lot. And the Windy City game? No. Shaq-Fu. Why do you think Shaq-Fu made it to like 5 different consoles? Like, you have Shaq-Fu on Game Boy, Game Gear, Super Nintendo, Genesis, and the Amiga. Like, there's a reason for it. In 1996, Shaq was signed a $120 million deal with the Lakers, and would team up with Kobe Bryant, and they would together win, I think it was like two or three championships with that duo. Shaq was on the All-NBA team for most of his career, bouncing between third and second team, and towards the end of his career, he would be All-American first team 7 years in a row. Shaq went on to play for a few other teams throughout, but really no one kind of cares about that, especially towards the end of his career, where he himself said like he was just there to be there. So he was on the Miami Heat, the Cleveland Cavaliers, and the Boston Celtics. I need this guy to start cooperating. Shaq announced his retirement on Twitter in 2011. And I can't think of any better place to announce your retirement than Twitter. Twitter is literally for every type of piece of communication in the world. Shaq wasn't just a great basketball player, though. Shaq was also an outstanding rapper. In his solo debut album, Shaq Diesel, went on to be a platinum record. In 1994, Shaq-Fu Da Return would make Shaq a gold certified rap artist. Not only is Shaq a outstanding rapper and a monster basketball player, Shaq is also a movie star. Shaq starred in such great films as Kazam and Steel, but sadly he got no Oscars for his performances. Shaq would have had the greatest gem ever in video game industry, having you know, a game named after him, and not only just a game named after him, also a reboot and basically a sequel for Shaq-Fu that would be released on the Xbox One, the PS4, the Switch, and PC. Which is actually a pretty fun game. A lot of people probably like would put their nose up at it because it says Shaq-Fu on it, but legit, really fun game. So yeah, nowadays if you actually want to talk and or listen to and see what Shaq is up to, Shaq is doing a lot of just ad type stuff. He's also a deputy sheriff in Florida, and he's one of the commentators for in the NBA. So if you do watch a decent amount of basketball, you probably still see him and Charles Barkley hanging out quite a bit. So here we are into the final fight of Shaq-Fu against Raw. And the big issue with Raw here is this is the biggest reason why I have the large estimate on this game, is that even though this game is easy and short, Raw can be kind of a pain and sometimes doesn't want to cooperate, and every once in a while he'll just stun lock Shaq and Shaq will just never ever get a hit in. So we have one more round with Raw and then that will be GG. So the big issue with this game is more so the controls. The game doesn't lag, which is great, but in order to do the leg sweeps, you have to do these weird, like quarter turns with the D-pad on a Super Nintendo controller, which isn't amazing at times. That's why you see me not hit the turns on much. And that is time.
Unbelievable. So much content.
Whew.
In such little time.
Man, I haven't talked that much in a while.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And that's Shaq-Fu for the Game Boy.
You can decide on your own if you actually want to play this or not. Leaning towards the not, of course,
you
but
probably should.
But it's a 5-minute game. Not, like, I mean, just put it in your EverDrive or in your emulator and play it, and you're done within 10 minutes anyway.
Yeah,
so.
it's a very quick game, casually. I will say though, if you branch out to the other Shaq-Fus, I will tell you now, Shaq-Fu Game Gear is the hardest Shaq-Fu I've ever played. Like, Raw and Shaq-Fu Game Gear, Raw is impossible to hit. The Super Nintendo is an okay version. The problem with the Super Nintendo version is that you want to do the Shaq-a-canes, which is the spinning launch attack that Shaq can do, which again, the controls are pretty. The Genesis version, in my opinion, and I'm not a Sega person by any means, the Sega Genesis version of Shaq-Fu reigns supreme. And you get extra bosses to fight in the Genesis version. So you get more bang for your buck, and it's a better version. Go play the Genesis version. I've never played the Amiga version yet, though. I will. But yeah, that's Shaq-Fu. And that's it for Mo and I now.
Yeah, but the Game Boy block is still not over yet, so make sure to stick around for Slash here with his Super Mario Land 2 6 Golden Coins run. I know ABC is very looking forward to that one.
Yeah.
And,